What is going on? Welcome to Cloud Nation TV.
Yo.
We are some of your hosts. Some of the team is not there right now. They're on their way. So welcome. What is going on? I got Ray and Maker of Khaos with me. Welcome, guys.
Yo. What's up?
So we're going to do the round table as usual first. So Ray, you want to start? What's going on with you, man?
Man, I am in love with New World. I'm in love with New World. It's the weirdest thing because in New World, man. I'm like that game has grabbed my soul. I love exploring the different areas, fighting, the corruption, leveling up, crafting, leveling up, and just my favorite part is cooking, believe it or not, guys. I love going to getting potatoes and getting the different spices, fishing. Oh my god, the fishing, the mechanism with the rod is
simple but efficient. It's good.
Oh my god, man! I caught the most
fishing just takes
red snapper. It's just, guys, it's this game is just amazing. I might have to change my game of the year, folks. Might have to change my game of the year. But and the weirdest thing, I went and got my flu shot yesterday, me and my son, and in front of the hospital was all these damn turkeys. What's up, vet? All these wild turkeys, and it kind of reminded me of New World with the turkeys in front. So you got your
rifle out, started shooting him, then went with your knife.
I was hoping to kick one of the turkeys so I could get a long sword or a new shield. But
take the turkey legs and them to your son, like, we're gonna quit that.
Oh, and guys, if you are a Prime Gaming, make sure you get your loot, man. I got my pirate skin. I got my pirate. It looks like Peter Pan, but it looks the Robin Hood. There was a pirate. There's Robin Hood. Get your skin.
Oh, thank you. Get your skins on.
Yeah, but that's what I've been doing. Just playing a lot of New World, and then I watched Meg, I watched Vet, and I watched you, Doctor, play Galaxy of the Guardians of the Galaxy.
That game is so. I like the game. I like the game, but you know what? The commentary is, I think, outshines the entire game.
The dialogues are winning.
I just want to hear the music. Vet was naming all the songs. Everybody went tonight, and I was like, "What?"
I wanted so bad to play every single song, but the minute I tried that, they would shut me. They'd delete my video. I got my Facebook gaming. They shut me down over Rayman. That raving. That I lasted 30.
Being on the characters.
Yeah. Oh my! So the GFN team actually watched that clip that I made of it, and my God, I'm like, please don't show that to the entire team. They may revoke my my GFN membership.
Yeah, and then just one last thing, and I'll let it go to my my panel brothers. But guys, coming this winter on Wednesdays, I will be doing GeForce Now Wednesdays. Yes, I will be streaming GeForce. I love GeForce. I'm a PC gamer. They got some really awesome PC games. So on
Chernobyl.
Yeah. So Wednesdays, guys, I'll be streaming some GeForce Now late. You get these guys early. I do it on the late, so you get some GeForce late at night.
Awesome.
That's it.
And Vet, welcome. By the way,
yep.
Ray. What's going on with you, man?
Not much. I have I just got back from spending $400 on groceries. I mean, some of it wasn't. I did get some kids stuff, but I also got my passenger that I sent you a picture of if you want to show that off. I mean, it's not as great.
I was laughing. I didn't know what the hell that was, man. I was like, what the hell?
That's Clark Griswold. What are you talking about? That's my shotgun buddy now. I'm going to have that thing on year-round in the passenger seat. If I had a self-driving car, he'd be in the driver's seat. But yeah, that is... come on now. Who wouldn't want that in their car?
Wow.
That's like my favorite. But other than that, I've been playing Chernobyl, which is terrifying as all hell. Like, even yesterday, I jumped at least twice last night playing that game again. I don't think I screamed, but I squeaked at least once, and then my son called me a double loser because of that. So he was sitting behind me watching it, and then I got just called that. So I was like, thanks. That's awesome. Between that,
I'm
I haven't touched.
the vet can reach a pretty high pitch.
It was. Here, have that. Hold on. And then I haven't touched New World that much, but Guardians of the Galaxy is by far my favorite.
Would you say that's the game of the year, Vet?
I would. If it doesn't, it's going to get it's going to be a strong running for it. I don't know. I mean, offline, I could probably just sit there and listen to the music all day long. I wouldn't even play the game. I'd get sidetracked with the music. And I don't. For me, like, I love open world games. I don't even care that one doesn't have an open world environment. There's so much to do in it, and listen to the storyline and everything that it's fantastic. Between that and if you're looking for scary games, Chernobylite, hands down. The graphics in that are what blew me away. I was shocked with how that game looked because I wasn't expecting it. I looked at the trailer right before I chose it, and then.
And you're playing that on the 3080?
I will be the next time I stream. When I streamed it, God, I think that was when I streamed that yesterday. I was on a GTX 1080.
Okay.
I wasn't even they didn't even qualify me for the 20 series. They said no, you're playing this, you're getting a 10 series, so that way it scares you more. But even on the 10, on the GTX 1080, that game still looked fantastic. I have not tested it yet. I did play Crysis 3 today on the 3080, and I played 30 minutes. I had a 2-hour stream that I had scheduled, and I only got 30 minutes of Guardians because when I went to load the game up, unfortunately, the Epic version was getting a patch, and I'm like, "Are you effing kidding me?" So I was like, "Yeah." I was like, "What the? Who puts a patch?" And it was, and I clicked on Steam. If I bought it on Steam, it would have been fine. It was just the Epic one, and that's the version I was like, "Are you kidding me?" So I was like, "Well, F it, we'll just play it on." We'll just play Crysis 3, which I like that game anyways, and that ran great. Both games that I played today, my ping was about 29 to 30, which is average. That's even when it was on the 20 series. I was getting the same. My FPS was 120 to 121, so I maintained that the entire stream,
wow,
which was fantastic.
The 120 looks really great.
I can't go back now. I'm spoiled.
Yep.
So, I saw that 30 FPS picture on that somebody posted on Twitter, and that damn near broke my eyesight.
Oh yeah. Steve Buscemi thing.
Yeah, that almost. I thought I went blind just trying to look. I couldn't focus on it.
I'll go and grab it just so people know what you were talking about, because
they're gonna just be like, "What the hell is he talking about?" And I did find out that I have a ton of sound effects from a soundboard that I apparently have had for ages that I never knew about, and I've been playing around with those the last two. Oh my god, I can't look at it.
Whoa!
I can't look at that.
There's another good one that Tom Warren shared, the Dune one. Did you see that one?
Oh yeah. I really like that one.
Well, you'll get it if you've seen the new movie Dune.
I haven't seen the new one, but it was also the old one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of those if you know, you know.
Yeah, it's like what it's like playing at 30 FPS, and it's got he has his hand in the book. Basically, it's torture. Like this is what's happening.
Yeah, it's the basically.
Oh, that's from Dune.
In the old movie. Yeah, in the old movie, the priestess injected a poison into Paul Atreides, the main actor, the main character, and if he gives away to fear, the poison will actually take effect and kill him. So he has to keep his hand in there and fight. Basically, his reflex or his instincts.
Yeah.
So and it gives him it attacks all the nerves in his hands and gives him a feeling of burning.
Yeah, there's like his hands like burning away, basically.
Dude, he was sweating too. He was like, That lady
That
was
was a really-
evil. That was
such a good
you know what?
scene.
That reminded me when I was in private school and I had Sister Carmen Francis. She looked like the nun that used to beat me with a ruler. That's who that lady reminded me of, man. It's like, ah! You heard the voice. Don't give in to the fear.
Don't be doing all that stuff. We went down that road with the damn dolls the last turn. Why are you guys
See, I didn't get you no doll.
So before we proceed, Maker, what's going on with you, man?
Nothing much, been
Just
playing
stop
New
touching.
World, same as Ray.
I don't care. You can't touch anything. This is
I've been playing games
I don't
in
care. Then
general.
go find my Chromebook.
Back for Blood.
Go get my Chromebook. It's on the kitchen table.
I'm actually
You're
on the
frozen right now. Your camera.
Really?
By the way. Yeah, both
fine.
you
Go
and
get my
Ray are
Chromebook. It's
having
on
a
the-
terrible refresh rate right now.
God, yeah,
But you
I am.
especially, you're frozen.
It's that 30 FPS.
I think it's fine on
Get
stream.
out of my room and go watch your freaking Chromebook.
Oh, it's
Now.
just on my end. What's going
that's
on?
weird.
No, I can. He's.
What happened?
Oh no, I'm throwing.
Oh.
I threw my 4-year-old out, so I had to mute myself
yeah.
for a minute.
Oh,
I can't have. I can't have me.
Yeah, man.
I can't have me.
Here.
Oh, I can see it on my end. I mean, you're bound. You're at that 30 FPS. You might be at 15. I don't know.
It's just
Did you
on
turn
my
it-
end, like he refreshes once every 10 seconds for some reason.
Did you
Oh.
Did you forget to turn your ray tracing on?
But I
I'm here all night, folks.
All right, I'll be right back.
I did want to mention I'm on the last mission of Back for Blood.
Okay.
So and that's kicking my butt right now. I have a team of like 2 other people that I play with, and it's rough. I dabbled with a little bit with like the Forbidden City, or is it the Forgotten City? I think it's Forgotten City, which is interesting that it was originally a Skyrim mod that they made into a video game, which I thought that was really neat. And I played a little bit of Moonglow Bay, so just dabbled with. Oh, and Guardians of the Galaxy.
How's the Moonglow Bay? My best friend Kevin said he played it.
It's very
Pushing
cute.
RPG, right?
It's like apparently it has co-op. There's like an option for co-op there.
Mhm.
So I might play that with my girlfriend because she seemed interested in it, because it seemed like a really chill, meet the little villagers and fish and cook it basically.
Nice.
Wow.
I need to look at that. So as for myself, I've been playing a bit of New World. Also got access to the RTX 3080 tier with a GeForce now. It's blowing me away. What they put in there. We're going to talk a bit more about this later, but it's really impressive. They really stepped up the game of cloud gaming. So, no, really loving it. It's other than that, I played a bit of Riders Republic. I played Guardian of the Galaxy, which is an amazing game. I'm definitely putting it up there for nomination of the game of the year.
Wow. Okay.
The writing, the dialogue between the character is, some scenes are just hilarious. The writing, the dialogue between the characters.
Oh god, there's an echo.
Yeah.
No, that was me. That was me. That was me. I'm trying to get. I was loading something else up, and it picked it. The mic picked up.
No problem. So yeah, the writing is excellent. The graphics are insane, especially like with a full ray tracing activated. It looks good. It looks really good. Yeah, really loving this game. So
I love the voice. I love the voice actors as well.
Mm-hmm. No, they're doing a solid job.
My name's Groot.
So yeah, that's
it was a fantastic game.
Nice.
So we're just gonna go around the chat. We got Polaris Suck in the chat. Hail to
it kind of sucked because I played it and I had Sunny pop into my stream last night when I was playing it, and Sunny showed up, Meg showed up, and then everybody left, and I had 0. They're like, "Sorry, we just gotta say hi and we're leaving because spoiler alert." And I'm like, Well, if you guys had told me ahead of time, I would have picked a different game to play instead, so everybody didn't just drop in and then dip out real quick. I was like,
oh yeah,
Rouster was the only one that stayed, and he's like, oh, was that Sunny? I'm like, yeah. So I was like, well, at least I got one view, because everyone else refused to watch it. I'm like, I sit there and watch everybody else's regardless of spoiler alerts. And y'all, so I was just like, I'm just going to go in and I'm going to tell them everything that happens.
I was lucky enough yesterday. I was busy during the day, so when I streamed in the evening, I wasn't too far ahead, so more people stuck around.
Yeah.
The stream. Also streamed accidentally on the new GeForce Now community page that Vet and I are setting up. So that was fun.
All right, can we read the people in the chat?
Yeah, we're going.
Nah, we
there,
don't need to.
We got Polaris Sucks. Good to see you, man. Hail to the Cloud Nation TV. And Pebble Penguin, Derek. Good to see you, man. Yo Joe, Xbox and GeForce Now for the win. Nice. And Holtz, good to see you, man. Hey, chat and panel. And Mr. Paul Barron plays. Hello, everyone. Good to see you as always. Weird, for some reason, I was unsubscribed. Really? That's odd. And now, Rouster, what's up, man? I'm confused about that. He's normally here, but he's a Writers Republic stream schedule at the same time as this. What?
I had multiple shows scheduled. I wasn't paying attention to anything, and then I missed literally all of them anyways.
Happens.
I was just using it as clickbait to just get people to show up to my channel.
Still adding one in there, lol. Don't tell your wife about this new love. Grind is real. Ray couldn't separate life from the game, lol. Nope. Oh yeah, talking about New World.
Yeah.
It's a good game. It's a really good game.
Awesome game.
So Paul says, Guardians of the Galaxy is taking my spot for Game of the Year at the moment. It's very solid. It's a good game. Holt said, totally agree with you, Vet. And we got Megatron X in the chat. What's up? Hey, guys. Good to see you.
Radella just popped in here.
Ooh, catching up to the chat. Gonna skip the shout outs. Thought it was an okay watch. We got Cool Breeze Gaming. What's up? Good to see you, man. Dune, just watched this watched it last night. What's the panel rating? Thumbs up or down? Only seen the old one. Haven't seen the new one yet.
Yeah. I'll still give it a thumbs up. I'll still give it a thumbs up.
I thought the vehicles were amazing.
I think it was a good lead up because to me, Dune is an epic. It's like one of those really long series that it has it's not at its climactic moment yet.
Right.
It had a small climactic moment in it, but it gets better.
Nobody likes to be surprised.
I like the fight. The knives.
Yeah.
Like in the old one was with Sting. He was fighting with the knife.
I love Sting. I'm sorry, 84. Yeah.
What was interesting for me was for a 2.5-hour movie, it went by pretty quick for me. Like it ended, and I was like, okay,
I want more. I know.
Yeah, I want more.
Yeah,
that's what I keep hearing.
Don't you just love those when it's over and you're just like, that's it? And you're like happy, but you're also disappointed because it's over. And I have that in movies, and that carries over in like games also, especially if it's a story mode in a video game and it's done the right way. When it's over, I'm very sad because I'm like, fuck, now it's all over. What do I do now?
But they did confirm the sequel.
Yeah, there's going to be a sequel.
Yeah.
Well, as long as it's done right.
It's directed by the guy that did the Blade Runner 2049.
I'm just saying, not all sequels, remakes, reboots are great. I watched Ghostbusters, the all-female cast, and I requested my money back and I sent them a nice, very polite letter asking for my money back because I just lost 2.5 hours of my life. That was the worst movie I'd ever seen.
They had Bautista, the wrestler, was in it. They played Aquaman.
That's a good movie.
I thought he was a pretty badass, man, when he was taking out all the.
Jason
I'm spoiling it. My wife was all, "Oh my god, you didn't tell me he was in here." Shut up, bitch.
Jason Momoa. She want more of that Momoa.
Oh my god! When we went to the Warner Brothers studio and you got to touch Aquaman, I'm like, "Hey, get your hands off of there." You know?
Suppose that, it was.
Stop doing that every time I talk, man. No, play that when you talk.
People come to the show today.
No, they don't.
Rodella, what's up, man?
Oh Lord,
going, fellas, doing really well. Really good to see you here, man.
He's been on Facebook gaming a lot lately.
Yep, he has been. Told my wife I registered for 3080. She almost left me for it. Oh my god!
You know what, man? Just tell her, hey, you know what? I need another $100.
This small.
Just say it's for a good cause.
If she can spend that much on makeup, you can spend some money on on some games.
Just say, you know what? Christmas early.
I mean, I'm already stockpiling on Christmas stuff.
So, caught up to the chat. Good to see everyone. Thank you for showing up. We got some stuff to talk about today. Oh, okay. Just to be clear, normally we try to plan some stuff like we're looking for news. For the last few weeks, I haven't. I grabbed a few articles here and there, but I'm not even searching because there's so much to talk about. So much stuff going on.
It's too hard. I mean, it's like we're in some kind of metaverse or something.
Exactly.
Or you could just be a state of play.
Oh no, we're not going to talk about that one.
No, we can skip. We can skip that. We can also we could probably
just like my friend Vet wrote a letter. I would like to write a letter to Sony, and I would like to get my 22 minutes back from whatever that mess I watched.
Did you see they released the games? I read there were 3 articles within the past week. So one was we haven't had the PS Plus games haven't leaked for the first time in 5 months. That article dropped, not even 12 hours later, they all leaked out. And then, someone's like, well, as you're reading the article and what the alleged leak was for these games, take it with a grain of salt. They announced the games today. Sure enough, every single one of them was in the leak. I was just like, see, your problem was that you said that it hadn't leaked in 5 months, because that right there is what shot you in the foot. I don't know. I saw those games. I saw what was announced.
There's one game, and I think
that's it.
It's a plus game.
Knockout City is the only one that I would be intrigued with. Everything else
was another kind of battle royal type game. I forgot the name, but
it's all. I mean, there's too many battle. I know, but there's too many battle royales. Everything that's all you get now. It's to the point where why? Like, how many more do we possibly need?
Didn't they give a free battle royal before, and they had a dude with an afro, and he kind of resembles somebody? But anyway, that's a whole nother story.
I mean, we could probably pull it up. Derek, you stay the hell away. I mean,
Knockout City, Kingdom of Amalur, Re-Reckoning. I played that game, Kingdom of Amalur, when it originally came out. Really loved it, by the way, and it's kind of remaster of it. And First Class Trouble, which I'm really not familiar with.
That is the battle royal I was telling you about.
I thought First Class Trouble was like the Among Us type game.
You got to play the video. You'll see it, what they showed.
But the sad thing is, there really was, out of all of the news, and there was a ton of cloud related or gaming related news. Sony really didn't have much of anything. Yeah, they had. We know they had their supposed state of play or whatever the hell that thing was, and they announced their games and all that. But there really wasn't a whole lot that announcements out of them compared to GFN, Xbox, Stadia, all of these others. I mean, everybody had something going on.
I don't know about that third one that you mentioned.
Well, yeah. No, hey, I saw Fireman Sam. Somebody, I think it was Andy Morph.
Hey, World War Z.
Oh yeah.
Yes. Did you? But did you read when it comes
on GFN?
But no. Hey, great for Stadia. They got it. My only knock on it is that they said it comes. It should have been for like now for a Halloween style game.
On Xbox too. Well, I don't think
the problem that I see with that is you said they say the end of winter, sometime this winter. That's from December until whenever the hell, right before spring. I mean,
that's the Fire Commander. Is that?
No, Fire Commander is 2022. Winter is World War Z, which does not specify this year. Yeah. That could be December. No, winter doesn't. Winter is not until December. Is when winter starts. December 21st. So you have the end of December, January, February, March. Potentially, if it doesn't get delayed.
It was a nice, detailed, long blog. I just want to know what the pro games are. They have not announced what the pro games are.
My monies will find out what they are tomorrow.
That's a mess. Like, how do you not? Like, it's getting so close to the first of the month.
Well, they already told you they're changing. They're changing the way that they do business. So
yeah,
they're doing it bi-weekly. They're doing it bi-weekly. They're not going to do
if they don't announce it tomorrow, they have to announce it on the weekend or the day they come out.
They can announce it on Halloween. Hell, they can the Wicked Hour. I don't know, but they need to hurry up.
Hey,
no, like I'm not trying to, and I don't want anybody in the chat to think that I'm bashing Stadia on this one. I just think it was a bad move for World War Z to come out at that time when it should have come out around this time because it's a perfect Halloween game. You got Dead by Daylight, and you've got some scary stuff, but that would have been a perfect game to put on for people to play like around this time frame. That should have been at the beginning of October, not like next year, basically, at the rate we're going.
Well, Rodella says the pig game will be the only pro game for Rodella.
Watch out for the pig.
Hey, I'm excited. They got Breakpoint November 2nd.
I will say that they got that. Like they got Riders Republic. Like I said, they've got some good stuff. It's just they get good. Stadia gets good things. Well, I mean, that's not for me, so I'm not going to comment on that. But they always end up doing some kind of bonehead mistake as well. So it kind of they do something good, but then they counter it with some silly mistake that's what people focus on. I'm not trashing it. I'm not gonna maybe the Peppa Pig, but great. Like I've said, they need family games. Obviously, we know Luna has a whole family channel. That's what they needed.
So I did play Luna Outriders, and I played Stadia because I wanted to see the 60 frames per second versus the 30 frames per second. And man, Luna, man, look, it's smooth, man. I can't wait for the people out in Canada and UK to get Luna. Luna, I mean, good God. And I played it's smooth. It's really smooth.
The couch co-op is fantastic. That's going to be the couch mode or co-op feature is going to be a killer thing. That's going to be like what I envision is when Luna goes full launch, that couch mode is going to be similar to what Stadia has with the Stream Connect feature. They have that exclusive feature in some of their games. That's going to be Luna's thing. Is they've got that couch mode because it runs beautiful. And just for me testing it out with like Ashes, it ran fantastic.
And Rodilla here says Stadia needs to upgrade of blades. 30 FPS is killing him. You have to look at the whole market right now. Like we look at a cloud platform. So there's GeForce Now, which is right now at the top of the game with the latest announcement. We'll get back to our user experience on it, but they're doing amazing. There's xCloud, which are using the Xbox Series X blades to power their gaming, so they're leaping forward. Other than that, there's Luna, which we know are using RTX 2080s in their setup. I don't think they've upgraded yet, but RTX 2080 is a solid rig.
That's still a good. I mean, for casual gamers. I mean, if you think about the majority, like Luna Plus or the Family Channel, that's casual. You're basically like a casual gamer. A 2080 is sufficient for any of those, even with the Ubisoft
even for
stuff.
hardcore gamers, like we're talking about the upgrade that GFN is doing, and they could easily put the 1440p 120 frame per second with the RTX 2080 without necessarily putting the 3080. And that's extra icing on the cake. The 2080 is a very capable GPU. You were saying, Maker?
I did want to mention something. The thing is, it's not that they can't hit that 60 FPS. I think the problem has to do with developers not putting in the time to have that 60 FPS mode at the very least. And there needs to be communication with Stadia and the developers about this.
If you guys watch Rock Reveal, Rock pretty much talked to somebody. He got the inside scoop, and the guy told him. So me, being like the money and plus Vet and other people, what we spend, we really honestly need to get that 60 frames per second.
I think that would make a huge, even if you don't get, you're still not getting all of the games that people want. Just upgrading to this, going from 30 to 60 for across the board, that's going to make a huge difference in the eyes of gamers.
Good to see you.
What's going on, Ace?
Okay.
What's going on?
Yeah, I definitely think there needs to be communication with Stadia as a whole to these developers and saying, what can we do so that you can push this game out at 60 FPS? That needs to happen. If it includes Stadia having to allocate, like, have people come over and help out, like kind of like they used to do with like Destiny and stuff of that nature, because obviously it's not as easy to hit that 60 FPS on Stadia than it is some of these other platforms. And how else are you going to, the devs aren't going to take the extra time to do it, not unless you pay them. So if you make something harder, why would they do it?
Yeah. But do you guys remember the Capcom documents that leaked with the Stadia contracts of porting and how they were getting paid off? Those contracts did mention like the 4K and the 60 FPS. Like if they were reaching those milestones, they were getting paid certain amounts, and there were the numbers on there was pretty hefty amounts. But when you read carefully, you went into the small writings, the 60 FPS and the 4K, both of them said that upscaling was authorized for it to reach those milestones. So they could reach 30 FPS solid and then just do an upscaling to 60 FPS. So it was still 30 FPS, but it was doubling the frame, and it was okay
Luna
for the devs to still get paid. Luna sent you a message?
Yeah, they said congratulations.
Oh, nice. On your 2,000 followers. Congrats, man.
No,
we forgot to highlight that earlier.
I can't get 600. I'm losing followers.
Yeah, I couldn't do that without the gaming community. So thank you guys. Thank you.
You've been.
Are you sure you're not stealing my followers, Ray?
Dude, I bet I could never.
I'm just kidding.
More followers.
I know.
But
I've noticed that I saw yours I saw your post about it. I'm like, and I look at mine. I'm like, fuck, I've lost more. I'm like, what is causing me to lose more? And I'm like, oh, I know. I was like, I know what it is.
You know what, man? That's all BS. I think people should have the right to, if there's a platform that you
my thing is, I'm not focused. But I don't focus. I share things here and there on Twitter, but that's not my focus. Is to gain thousands of subscribers on Twitter. I could care less. It's like Facebook gaming, YouTube gaming. My actual platforms that I stream on are what I focus on, not my social media, because I can share stuff. I have a community tab on YouTube that I can use that reaches people. I have Facebook gaming. I have a group page, a streaming page. So I have other options. It's just, we know that's where people go. That's the go-to right now is Twitter. And, I would love for there to be other options, but, Google killed off the other option that I really enjoyed with their version of Google Plus. If anybody actually remembers that one.
Very cool.
Since he's Canadian.
Canada represent.
I feel looking at our screens that somebody's very interested in this Halo guy. I don't know who that dude is in the background. Just like,
yeah, we got to see some gameplay.
Somebody made a comment like, "Oh, Halo Infinite is a slow game," and I had to jump in and I said, "Dude, are you serious? No, it's not."
Maybe they were smoking a little bit too much reefer.
Are you serious?
It's not a slow game when it's doing that. You know, you're like
when you know what you're doing in Halo and
wait.
It's a fast-paced game.
Although I did find out though that Master Chief is afraid of haunted houses. I saw there was a thing on I think it was Facebook. Somebody had shared it or somewhere. I saw it somewhere in there, dragging him through a haunted house, and he like screamed at something, scared him. He was out. I mean, not that I've not done that. I've done that only once. My wife and I went to a haunted house, and somebody chased me with a chainsaw. And I shoved her out of the way, and I took off. I ran the hell out, and left her behind. Dude, I don't do scary shit. I don't know. Halo 5 was fun.
Actors and onto the houses have been like punched in the face. And
I know. Yeah. What's wrong with reefer?
Jesus, Derek.
Derek, I'm not answering that.
Legal in Canada. Nothing wrong with it.
It's medically legal in Minnesota.
California, come on, man. Even the mayor is smoking it.
Jesus. All right, I'm gonna skip that one. That's gonna turn into some political. Somebody's gonna be like, "All right, so you guys are talking politics. Well, let me fill you in on shit."
No, we don't do politics here.
No
place for that.
Just scamming.
We don't even do gaming politics, and we know there's plenty of that.
So, anyway, so I got to try the RTX 3080 tier for NVIDIA. Vet, you did as well. Maker, I'm not sure for you.
He's waiting so he can use play Bassmaster on it.
Ooh, that came out. Ooh, I might play that tonight.
It's on Game Pass.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for reminding me.
Mm-hmm.
He's streaming that for me.
Yeah. I'm gonna stream it on Facebook at some point.
Yeah, it's a good sport. Don't knock that.
It's gonna be
on what? On what did you say?
On Facebook.
No, that's not a thing anymore.
Yeah.
On Meta.
Did you see all of the memes and things that or whatever the hell everybody's
I saw the doing? I saw the meat.
No, I wasn't even talking about that one. I was just talking about some of these jokes that people are coming up with about and I'm not going to knock it because I don't want my channel getting shut down.
I don't have it anymore, but
Is it seriously Meta now? Like we go to
Facebook?
Yeah.
The stock market. He's already changed the stock market. Their stock has already been changed. It will go into effect December 2nd.
It's
under the new name.
Under
yes,
Meta?
It will be Facebook. Okay. All of the Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, and Oculus will be underneath. Will be under Meta is basically the parent company, similar to what Google did with every one of their stuff. They're all under. Facebook is evil. Meta cares about us.
Meta is not Skynet.
Are we sure about that?
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know if it's going to be if it's Meta. I think my money's still on Amazon. I saw that robot dog they created.
Yeah,
my money is still on Amazon creating it.
I don't know, man. There's a guy that does some cars, and
look at that. They already have a sign up.
So, guys, if you look across the street, you see the property. I manage all of that property.
Ray, why are you standing over there? I mean, I can literally, if we zoom in, we probably could see you over there standing outside.
Right across.
Is that someone peeing right there in the background?
Oh my God.
Ray's Meta account is going to be shut down.
I used to get pissed off because people would park their car on my property and then come over to take a damn sign with the giant Facebook thumb. And I was like, hey, you need to move your car. Well, you got to wait. We're taking a picture. I drove 300 miles just so I could take a picture with the thumb. Well, here's the finger for you.
I did share some stuff about if we want to talk about Facebook's gaming ties right now, we can. I mean, I've got there's some other articles that I shared. Well, and then you shared as well. we've got a bunch of stuff that are all tied with Facebook stuff because one of the big things that came out is that Facebook Gaming is now the second most popular streaming service. So right now you have Twitch, Facebook Gaming, and then YouTube Gaming. Facebook actually surpassed
not
YouTube Gaming.
Not possible.
Third quarter they already did. 1.29 billion hours of content was on Facebook Gaming between August and September, representing a 9.2% increase. YouTube actually lost hours. They went from YouTube Gaming went from 1.294 billion hours in the second quarter to 1.13 billion hours in the third quarter.
But they have Dr. Lupo and Tim the Tech.
Well, the three big people, they just like to spend money.
Well, see, apparently, what you guys don't seem to understand is
how'd that work out for Mixer?
Facebook is global. They also have a lot of people in Indonesia.
Well, but one of the other things that helped them was their new feature. There was another thing that they added that also helped boost those numbers was the co-streaming. There was a brand new feature that rolled out for anybody that streams.
Can you talk about the co-streaming? Because there was an article. Can you talk about that?
Yeah, we can.
I'm just looking for.
And guys, I said earlier, but Wednesdays I will be streaming back on Facebook. GeForce Now Wednesdays.
It's totally meta.
So Facebook. This went into. This was back in October 5th when they rolled this feature out, but it was basically it supports co-streaming for all its gaming video creators. And pretty much what it is, like if DrSpaceman starts playing New World, he can actually go on his creator studio, the Facebook creator studio, and add my name and then add one more person. And all three of us can stream the same game. We could all be playing, the three of us could play New World. So all of us on this panel could sit here and play New World, and then if I go to
someone Riders Republic or something like that,
it's pretty much any game. But so basically, what it does is someone's on DrSpaceman's page, they'll see his stream, and down below they'll see the other three co-streamers, and they can click on that one. They can click on Ray, go to his channel, and then when you look down at the bottom, it's DrSpaceman, myself, and Maker Khaos would be there, and you can just hop from one to the next, and that is
you hear the audio of every participant. So it's really one big screen with up to 3 small screens playing at the bottom.
Nice.
Almost like a picture-in-picture feature.
Real time.
Yeah, that is some next level.
And will they hear us in the Discord and stuff talking through each stream, though? Or through Guilded or whatever we're using?
You have to set it up basically that your stream doesn't hear like your voice chat, from what I understand.
Yeah.
So you're just putting your microphone and your game audio, and whatever game chat you could take it out of your stream.
So it says
different channels to mix it up.
So we can all play Back for Blood and then have.
I watched people that were doing that. There was a guy that was like. There was a couple of people playing New World, and one was like, all right, well, I'm at this spot. Well, let's wait and we'll watch whoever else was in it, who he was co-streaming with. They're like, let's wait and watch that guy so we can watch him catch up to us. I don't. Maybe if you're a Twitch partner, you know what, Paul? They do have that, but you have to be a Twitch partner. It's only for partnerships, but it's a feature that is exclusive to partners. You can create I think there's a feature you can create with that, but it is not the same as this is for anybody. You could literally go and create a brand new Facebook gaming account, and then you have that feature. Basically, what it does is you can easily search and tag up to 3 other gaming creators directly from the live producer when going live.
He's not a partner.
Well, you cheated the system, Paul. So you're a console guy. Get out of here. Just kidding.
Look it up.
Shut up. Stop ruining my show. Damn it, I'll boot you out. So it says the live producing gaming tab, edit stream module, and stream dashboard. Streamers will have the option to change this anytime during a broadcast by editing the stream details. The co-streaming viewer experience will be enabled once the other creator tags a creator back, and the creator will see a confirmation green check mark. They've been adding stuff for streamers constantly. They've got the Facebook Gaming does this with stars, but they now have a feature where if you go to watch your like if Ray was playing Back 4 Blood and I missed it because I'm asleep and he streams at some ungodly hours for me, I can go back and watch it and then still send him stars. That's another new feature that they just added because they're trying to work on not only live stream but also your video on demand can work that way as well.
I did,
and I know that feature they just added.
I did want to quickly say congrats, Polaris Sucks, for getting that Guardians of the Galaxy game through the raffle that Cloudy Games is doing today. So it's a good game, at least what I've played so far.
Sweet.
Yeah, it's awesome. I wasn't even aware that I was in a raffle in Cloudy.
Everyone who was a member was a part of the raffle, basically.
Oh, that's right.
I was close to taking a win. Did I win something?
Membership. Well, no. We had like a spin to win. Like anybody who is like a not a subscriber. It's when you join.
Yeah, member.
YouTube channel. Member.
Yeah.
So, and I will say,
and my name was right next to his, and he won.
Yep.
Nice.
So the other thing that I read with Facebook, what they're working on is they also have raids that you can do, which is, I mean, if you've ever streamed on Twitch, it's literally the same thing. Pick the person's name, you raid their channel at the end of your show. They're working on that. They're going to be updating the moderation home. Facebook stars are now available for previously live streams, and I know they're going to have more stuff available that they were announcing. I didn't get all of what they had made announcements to, but they've been making gains in viewership. And I know that coast.
They haven't announced the metaverse.
Well, they did. They announced that today during their the Connect. They also announced Grand Theft Auto is coming to the Oculus Quest too.
Yeah, Grand Theft Auto.
Is it saying it? Hey, but they're still getting a Grand Theft Auto game.
No, it's a great game.
Hey, Game Pass is getting it too.
Yeah,
I feel like everybody's getting Grand Theft Auto these days.
Everybody's getting Grand Theft Auto.
Well, I mean, not everybody, not everybody. Most people are, but
they will.
I hate that.
I'm just trying to make a joke, damn it!
Hide from my real life people. I don't want them to know about my super secret cloud double life. And embrace the cloud.
What's up, Kevin?
Paul, I don't. Why are we talking about? I'm not going down that road. I'm gonna ignore that.
Kevin, good to see you, man. What's up, guys? What up, chat? VR, not TV, FFs.
But no, they've done a lot. They have. I've seen the differences that they've been adding with the gaming side of things, and that's what people don't like. We know the issues that have been going on in the community, especially when it comes to like places like Twitter. That was one of the reasons, like DrSpaceman and I put together a group page on Facebook, because we can control what is said. If we've seen comments made on Twitter, and those kind of comments cannot get made in the group.
I want to can you quickly bring back up Polaris's post about Stadia?
Yeah,
he just did.
They were getting dying light.
Yeah, more like they're dying and they're seeing the light.
I knew there was someone you were going.
Whatever these guys say are not my views. Just for the record, these are their views and not mine.
I was waiting for it. Hold on.
I will not comment on that one.
There we go. That was a little late, but still counts.
Oh God!
But you know what, though, I will say, like, I don't know if I have a Quest, but I don't have the Quest 2. But I also know they just completely unlocked the Quest. They made it open source. The original one is now fully open sourced, so that way it can continue getting updates from the community. Which that's one thing that I don't think I would have seen Facebook do. Is be like, here, let's. That one shocked me when they did that. But like, come on now. I mean, who would not want to play Grand Theft Auto in VR? I don't care if it's San Andreas. It seems to me from what I read that they are designing it specifically for VR. So that, it's not like, I don't know if it's a port or if it's going to be something different. I miss you playing Stadia.
First, I'm playing Stadia, Luna, GeForce, xCloud.
You're getting a platform for every day of the week, right?
Exactly. And Vet, stop hating.
That way you can pick whichever one is popular, right?
Ray, I got the same thing.
Oh, dude. You know what, though? For some reason, though, I think you recorded yourself because that sounds like you're actually doing that.
I will say I do think each of the cloud platforms brings.
Is that Data from Star Trek? Are we watching Data from Star Trek?
Dude, why you hating, man?
Oh shit! What happened? We went old school.
Will be made by all of us. Boy, I thought he was getting ready to say the futures now. I thought he was getting ready to say that.
I got the Facebook page up as well on one of my other computers, so I'll let you know if we get shut down.
I 100% believe that he's a robot and he just has like a brain implanted on the top, and he's a true cyborg.
Yo,
that's his wife. That's his wife. And that's his dog.
But there was there was an article over the weekend I read. There was an android robot that got put into held by Egyptian customs because they thought she was a spy. And it actually it was from the UK. She's from the UK, but they ended up having to get the UK diplomats involved in this because it turned into an international incident briefly.
Wow.
They were gonna like rip her eyes out. They thought it was some kind of like espionage issue, and she was it was apparently going to a painting thing or a art gallery expo in Egypt. I'm just like, what the hell?
Wow. But here's the interesting thing that he was talking about here is basically he's playing a game multiplayer with other players. That's their own avatars that they're using. And while he's playing, he goes into a different environment.
I gave him credit. I give a lot of credit. The stuff they do with this is crazy.
But
to be able to answer your phone.
Notification.
What's that?
From the game, he gets a notification on his wrist that he's getting a video call, and he opens it from within the game. That's Facebook Messenger that he's getting inside the games.
Sweet.
That's totally meta.
I don't know, man. My wife, she'd be like, "Are you still on that effing game? Get the F off, guys. I gotta go."
Yeah.
Well, not only that, not only did they
announce yet.
Not only did they announce that, but they did. They also announced, from what I read, that they're coming out with an Oculus Quest Pro. I was actually listening to the guy that runs that stuff, the CTO of that, and it's not. He said, "Don't expect this to be like cheap or like Oculus Quest 2 price range. This is going to be expensive because what it is it's geared for businesses." Is what they're pushing the Quest Pro for. Like, I'm sure.
Are you going to use that in the business though? Like what would you use like a VR system for in the business?
Well, I think they're going to be using like VR and AR.
Birthday cake.
Oh yeah,
but they're doing like doing like VR and AR stuff like
going on there.
Yeah,
I think you're thinking of like the what's it called, the CEO's room where they have like all the VIPs and they're all just chilling there, and then like they're in VR and then it's a virtual.
They just go into VR so they can make fun of all the other employees and be like, all right, who's the whistleblower? We got to. I'm just kidding. I'm not going down that road. I'm gonna get taken out in a minute. Wow. Facebook's gonna be knocking on my door.
Mark Zuckerberg's in the VR room right now. He's talking to someone. That vet guy. We need to shut him down. He's talking about us.
Yeah.
Zuckerberg, here you go. There you go, buddy.
Virtual merchandise. Oh my goodness.
Yep.
Hey,
wasn't there a movie like this or something? I swear there was a movie where you were.
He's literally trying to make the Oasis mix with PlayStation Home.
He just needs to have his avatar and not himself talking, because whenever I see his face, I'm like terrified. I think he's like an alien or something from from a horror game.
Hey, upstairs.
He's been working out though.
Hey, let me see this for a minute. I gotta check the battery. I'll bring it up in a minute, dude.
There's something about his eyes that throws me off. It's like he doesn't sleep.
But
Tan himself to look more human because that's their whiter.
I personally can't wait to see more of that because
I'm
interesting stuff they announced.
Look at
but
this.
they're focusing on gamers though too. They're whether they did some of these articles when you were reading about all of this stuff, they literally specified that this is geared. Some of the changes that they're going to be doing are geared towards content creators and gamers. And I'm sorry that they're doing more than some of these other platforms. I mean, yes, I know YouTube is doing stuff when it comes to gaming because they're buying street content creators from Twitch to bring them over.
Oh, look at that.
And it's great because it's all going to be powered by Stadia.
Yeah, so, I mean, eventually YouTube's going to, be like, look, we put this in. If you didn't read your contract very well, you have to stop playing those games that you're doing and start streaming Stadia. Like Dr. Disrespect, his contract is like, oh shit, I didn't know I have to.
All this stuff is coming to Stadia too because it's being powered by Stadia.
Yeah, look at that blade.
Just a heads up.
Yeah,
it looks cool, man.
It's going to be on that. Didn't Google have? Didn't Google have a VR? Didn't Google have a VR at one time? What was that thing called? Was it Cardboard?
They have a VR studio.
Well, they had a card.
Daydream.
Yeah. That's what it's powered by. Daydream's powered by Stadia.
I thought Daydream got closed down.
What? Virtual basketball?
It became Stadia.
Hey, look! I'm going to be able to actually play basketball, not miss every shot.
My Oculus Quest got not one good game, just 3 Star Wars experiences. Oh, and said
what?
Before it's pretty sad. And
who said that? Who said that? Did you not buy? What about the boxing game? Did you not buy? There was a Rocky-based style boxing game in there.
I would say there's only select like true gaming, like I mean like full-fledged games.
I mean, I will say though that Nintendo's VR was more advanced than the Google Daydream.
I wanted to mention a few titles that I really liked in VR.
Oh yeah, I forget.
600.
I forget that everything's more expensive. See, that's why you just got to find a friend in America to buy your stuff from.
Yeah,
you just got to know how to work.
Send me the money and I'll send you the VR.
Yeah, it'll show up there. It'll show up there. It might take a while. I mean,
you're gonna get a box full of bricks.
So
damn.
Those things I think are not with a VR headset. Is it smart glasses? I'm not sure.
Dude,
they're working. They're working on with the VR. They're gonna be incorporating AR into it as well.
Hey, do you remember the HoloLens with Microsoft?
Oh my god!
What happened to that? Oh,
it actually got sold to a military contract.
I remember it.
Like billions.
Make her remember the games you liked. I'll take note.
Resident Evil just came out on the Quest 2, and I think I'm buying one very soon just for that.
Yeah.
Nice.
I already bought enough.
That will crap in his pants. He do a VR Resident Evil.
No, I won't, because I won't be touching that shit.
We mentioned HoloLens. Back in May, they actually won a contract for the military for a $22 billion contract. So it looks like the HoloLens is making Microsoft some money.
Yeah, I got no comment on that. Classified.
What?
I don't know anything about it.
Virtual surgery? Nice.
Training.
No, they're gonna do it in real life too. That's the next step. They're not. You're gonna go in for surgery. And, oh fuck, nope. You're gonna go in for surgery, and the surgeon's not even gonna be in there. He's just gonna have robot arms there and be somewhere else. He's gonna be at home. All right, hold still, guys.
Well, you're gonna have the doctor doing the work while a computer is analyzing his moves, stabilizing everything, and red flagging anything that he shouldn't be doing by
You better hope it's not run off of Windows 10 or anything like that. You get a blue screen to death.
I see a dog.
Yeah, my dog is taking over.
150 million. I kind of skipped over something.
Yeah, what was that 150 million?
To train the next generation of creators to build immersive learning content. Yeah, they're training people. Like they got a big budget just to train people to work with VR and a bunch of other stuff.
And The creative devs are now working over there too at Facebook
Well,
or at Meta.
But not only that, they actually did for content creators that utilize Facebook, their gaming streaming service. They had a whole thing where you could earn. They were doing payouts, but they had allotted like $10 million or something like that towards new content creators on the platform. And it wasn't like, hey, I'm Microsoft, let's buy these people. Oh, and then we're gonna, our streaming service is gonna get shut down a couple months later, or we're Google and we're just gonna be like, here you go, guys, come on over to YouTube Gaming. It's where it's at. And we see how that worked out. Because my guess is that as soon as all of those contracts are done, they're gonna be right back on Twitch. I mean, except for the doctor, because he's not allowed to go anywhere. I mean, maybe Facebook would bring him over, but seems that he does pretty well on YouTube Gaming, so I don't think he needs to leave. But I don't know. I don't know the numbers for the other ones that were just brought over. But if their numbers aren't anywhere near where they were, I can guarantee when those contracts are up, they'll leave and head right back over to Twitch.
What I saw is that all those big streamers that went to YouTube, they didn't necessarily go because they were getting contract offers. Just by being on YouTube, they're making more money than on Twitch. Don't remember whose video I was watching, but they were looking at the numbers, like how much ad revenue you're getting on YouTube compared to Twitch, the amount of donation they get, because they are the big names on YouTube. Everyone goes to them. Heck, a lot of content creators have had a lot less visibility since Dr. Disrespect went on YouTube. They changed the algorithms to advantage mostly the big streamers, so there's some stuff going on there.
That's why my numbers are really doing well these days.
Well, the problem is, like, when you go to the browse category, it always brings up the highest numbers first rather than like a mix mash.
Did you guys see that model? Do you guys remember when I showed you we talked about Apple Music possibly somehow showing up on a PlayStation 5 and 4? It was a couple episodes ago. Now it's Apple Music launched. It launched on PlayStation 5 today.
It's also on the Xbox, I think, right?
I didn't read it. I don't know. Does Xbox have a blog that I can read? Because I'm just saying, I read the PlayStation blog, so I know that it rolled out today.
They sent me an email.
It rolled out yesterday. I mean. But now subscribers can access. But the coolest thing is that you get up to 90 million songs, but you can have them playing. You could pick a song. Ray could go on his PlayStation 5 if he was allowed to and play a game and have AC/DC playing in the background while he's playing that game.
That's pretty awesome.
So
Microsoft just lent Sky TV in the UK. It's Connect Tech for Sky Glass.
I was just saying that I don't think Xbox has a dedicated Apple Music app yet.
I don't know if they're. I mean, I know Microsoft is open, but I don't know how open Apple's going to be to Microsoft allowing that. That I cannot see. I mean, because we Apple doesn't compete with Sony. Apple competes directly with Microsoft. That's like saying, hey, Windows 10 or Windows 11, let's have Google Play Store on there. We know that wasn't. That's why the Amazon App Store is on Windows 11. But PlayStation 5, the thing that it did is users with an Apple Music subscription can enjoy more than 90 million songs from Apple Music, music videos in 4K, Apple Music Radio. PlayStation 5 offers seamless integration with the Apple Music streaming service with background music and music video playback, so players can listen before, during, or after their gameplay session. PlayStation 5 users can either start the Apple Music app before hopping into a game or during gameplay by pressing the PlayStation button on the DualSense wireless controller to access the control center and select the music function card. So it's that. I mean, that's pretty cool that it's that easy, and then you could just start listening to your songs while you're playing. I mean, and maybe not Guardians, because Guardians. I mean, come on now, that's already got an outstanding musical playlist. But if I wanted to play Madden on a PlayStation 5, I would rather load up Apple Music and have some other songs on there. Listen to System of a Down or something like that while I'm getting my ass beat by players online, because I know that's what would happen. One, if I played online, but I mean, just to have that seamless integration is a pretty big deal. I mean, we're seeing that partnership or whatever that thing, that buddy system or whatever it is that Apple has with Sony. Because we saw the PlayStation 5 controllers working with Apple, with MacBooks and things like that. And now we're seeing the Apple Music show up on Sony's devices. So it's interesting to see if this is whatever they got going on, if I'm just going to go with it as a partnership, if that's going to continue and what else can transpire out of it.
Some good stuff happening. A lot of stuff going on between Apple and PlayStation lately.
My money is the next step you're going to see is PlayStation Now showing up on the cloud stuff, showing up on Apple.
Yep. That will most probably happen very soon.
I mean, you've got controller. You've already got controller support. And I'm going to go out on a limb here because my theory is that when PlayStation Now shows up on the on Macs, it's going to be once they start rolling when we see a PlayStation 5 game. So if that happens I don't see it happening by the end of this year. I could see it happening sometime next year, but my money is that it'll show up there once those PlayStation 5 games are playable, because then you're already going to have that PS5 controller support, full support. So, I mean, what better way to be like, hey, you can use your PlayStation 5 controller, play a PlayStation game in the cloud on your Mac, and I mean that you can't get any better than that.
Doc, you got a picture of the new PlayStation PC logo?
Oh yeah, I got that somewhere. Won't be long.
It's copyrighted. It's in my back. I paid Sony for it. Yeah, that's the only article I saw.
PlayStation PC. That's a big news that dropped today or yesterday. It's today, right?
I saw it today.
It was today. Yeah.
I saw it today.
So we've talked about this. The PlayStation is bringing all their titles to the PC. It's happening.
God, who else does that? I feel like there's another gaming company that does that.
They're following Xbox move for sure.
Yeah, that's what I was going at. I was like, damn, who else does that? Oh, that's right, Microsoft.
It also comes down to what Jim Ryan was saying in the interview he was having with Game Informer. He did one, and Jade Raymond did one a few days apart from one another. And Jim Ryan was talking about the fact that the game base of the platforms always caps at around 40 million players. No matter how many consoles you sell, a lot of people will buy a console, but it'll just sit there. They'll have like one or two game and they'll casually play. But the hardcore gamers that keep buying titles, it sits at around 40 million. And he was talking about wanting the PlayStation ecosystem to stretch further to cover hundreds of millions of players. And PC is a good place to start because you got a lot of PC gamers. And a lot of those PC gamers don't have home consoles. So it's an easy way to get them to get into the PlayStation games. And eventually, we talked about it, the cloud. If you go to countries like India, Brazil, like South America, Asia, a lot of people use their mobile as their main gaming device. If you bring the cloud over there and you bring the cloud service to mobile, that's another big amount of gamers that you can get into your ecosystem. And PlayStation has the games to pull those people in. You tell them you can play God of War in the cloud, you can play The Last of Us, you can play all of these great games. You're going to pull a whole lot of players.
I want to say that's why touch controls are super important. And I think that's why it was such a smart move for Xbox to focus on upgrading touch controls for a lot of their titles on xCloud.
Absolutely. That's why we're seeing Stadia trying it as well.
I wanted to mention something real quick. There was a post from one of the guys at NPD, and he posted that based on their estimates, only around third of PC gamers actually own a PlayStation, like whether it be PS4 or PS5.
I can't afford them.
So
I play PC.
Shut up, Ray. You live in California.
If only a third of them have it, that means there's that 2/3 of the PC market that they can get by just pushing games to PC.
Well, and we knew it would be inevitable. I mean, come on. I mean, Microsoft right now, you think about PC gaming, who's got the market when it comes, from a console standpoint? It's Microsoft. This is just
they're doing everything. They're covering cloud.
Well, but that's what I'm getting at. Like this is Sony's getting into it now as well. Now, I did just come across another article since we're on the topic of PlayStation. The PlayStation Now lineup has leaked as well. It was part of that leak. And obviously we know the leaked games for PlayStation Plus was accurate. So my money is that this is as well. So PlayStation Now apparently is getting Mafia Definitive Edition. Damn, that's a slap in the face to somebody. And Celeste. I don't know anything about that game. I've heard that is a rage-inducing game.
Yeah, I raged.
So it's Celeste is from 2018. I think that's that. Yeah, Mafia Definitive Edition.
They're also
Celeste.
getting Grand Theft Auto 3 remaster. I'm pretty sure.
I
believe so. Yeah.
I did want to mention in the global top sellers right now for Steam, Age of Empires 4 is up there, and so is Forza Horizon 5, and both of those are Microsoft titles. So shifting to PC does sell.
And I will say Xbox has now just announced I just came across another one. This was at 7:09 Eastern, so a little bit about 6 o'clock my time. But Xbox has announced a new partnership with Discord that will give Discord Nitro members 2 free months of its Game Pass subscription service. So it's a limited time It's going to be lasting for only a limited time, but luckily that period is for a span of roughly 6 months. So not apparently everybody's getting in on the partnerships with Discord. I mean, we knew Microsoft though they had offered to buy them out and they were shot down. So I guess this is their way of saying, well, I guess if we can't buy you, we'll just partner with you instead. But I mean,
yeah, the attention that I got, I think they upped the price, and Microsoft was like, "Nah, we're good, fam. That's a bit too much."
Yeah.
Well,
and then I think I showed this when I streamed with and this is a brief one, was Epic Game Store. We know they give away free stuff they just keep giving free games away. I logged in when I was collecting something, when I was redeeming a code, and as I'm scrolling down the list, there was an Android Family Guy animation game or something that was listed in there.
I picked that up as soon as I saw you talk about it. I went and picked that up.
And Animation Throwdown, the quest for cards, was available in there. And I was like, that's new, but I'd never seen that on the Epic Game Store because I was like, the only place I'd ever seen that was on my, on Apple, on iOS or Android. I was like, the hell did that become a PC game? But they've also got, they've got games in there as well. I don't know if it's in the Microsoft store. That may be, but to see it in the Epic Game Store was kind of neat to see that they're really branching out what you can get. And it is free, so if you want it, I mean, you don't have to install it, but I would say, hey, claim the thing.
It's free on there right now?
Yeah. Yeah, it's just an added game that you can just add to your library. What did I say?
I did want to say Epic Games is great about giving a lot of that free stuff. Like they offer those free games every so often. Like I think it's every 2 weeks they give away a new free game. And then if you're a developer and want to develop an Unreal, they also offer free assets every month as well.
Yep.
Okay, so yeah, it is not available on. I thought I'd seen it on right there. Yep, Animation Throwdown. Sure. I thought I saw that on, and I actually played the trailer. If you play the trailer and turn the audio on, you are okay with doing that. And just watching her try to drive that car was hilarious. I laughed my ass off because I don't like Bob the Burger, but this shit was funny.
Dude, this was the game my son, when we were going on trips, my son used to play this either on my phone
But I mean,
or my wife's
but
phone.
it's cool to see that stuff. That's all she's doing is Tina, for the love of God.
I love Bob's Burgers. Love Bob's Burgers.
I don't know. I just you can. It's way funnier. It's way funnier. People go on the Epic Game Store and just listen to that trailer. That is hands down one of the funny things. But not only do they offer stuff like that, you can get apps in there as well now. Like it's crazy how far Epic has.
What's going on, Maker?
It's not that funny.
I thought it was.
You know what?
See, now you're gonna get it. You're gonna get it, Maker. Yeah. See how he does you?
Get out of here. Shut the door in your face. Oh, shit, did I break
Give him a fart. Give him a fart, Vet.
I can't. I broke my damn soundboard. Son of a bitch.
Close out of the application.
Yeah, I don't know what happened.
You broke it.
I even exit out a goddamn thing.
Control Alt Delete.
I'm hitting all that food. Quit.
Okay, he's gone.
No, he just muted himself. Unmuted himself.
I know.
Hearing crickets.
He's gonna have to go restart his computer.
Yeah, most probably.
Hold that power down for 10 seconds.
Thank God it wasn't the fart.
So moving on to some other stuff. Actually, just wanted to come back a bit on the GeForce Now RTX 3080 because I did play quite a bit this week. It's running extremely smoothly. Like you get 1440p on PC with 120 frames per second. It is playing solid to the point where myself, like the only thing reminding me that I'm playing in the cloud and not local is because I know that my PC cannot run games that well. It's looking absolutely amazing and I'm really having a great experience with it. I also played it on the Shield at 4K 60 and yeah, it's very impressive performance. So that's not upscale, by the way, on the Shield. You're getting a true negative 4K signal for your games, and they really did it really well. But one of the impressive thing is the adaptive sync that they activated this week. Your latency is so low, like it's lower than a local Xbox Series X in certain games. Like what they tested was Destiny 2, and the latency is lower than the Series X, which is considered the top console on the market right now. So, been having a lot of fun with it. I'm a pleb and can't have such nice things yet. Talking about the RTX 3080 subscription, or
Paul, yeah.
That remind me of we will now resume with our regular programming or whatever it was.
I don't know what he's talking about.
Because we went on the tangent with like Vet and stuff.
Yeah. No, I'm really loving my experience, what NVIDIA did. And it's also, if you got the priority or the founders, you're also getting some improvements.
They kicked it down. They kicked you down. They gave the guys who's getting the 3080s, what was in that spot's been kicked down, I think, to the priority guys.
The 3060s are showing up for priority. I know that.
Yeah, and from what I heard, the 3060 is basically the 3080, but capped at 1080p 60 FPS.
Right.
From what I understood, because some people did some digging, looking at the stats, and it's running pretty darn smooth. And I think the only difference is just the lower resolution, lower frame rate, but the rest is the same.
Right.
Yeah, I've noticed I've been getting the 2080 a lot more than I when I used to get like the 1080 a lot.
So they added new hardware with a special tier. So anyone who's in the priority or founders tier is now getting better access to the gear that's already there. So no, it's pretty great.
It's a win-win.
Lower
Folks.
latency.
It's a win-win.
And the adaptive sync isn't just for the 30; it also applies to the 2080. So it's cool stuff.
Did Vet fix it?
I think so. Can you hear me?
Nope, I still hear crickets.
Yeah, I hear
crickets.
That's your voice. Yes.
3060 way smoother than 2080. Yeah, that's the thing. I think it's not a 3060. It's just they're naming it like that to say you're capped at 1080p. But I think it's actually the same as a 3080.
I mean, I was rocking the 1080. That GTX 1080 was fantastic.
Mm-hmm. So Vampire, that pig of a game, still gets 1080, nausea inducing.
I'm gonna be right back.
No problem, man. That having textbook issues like any normal day. Of course.
Of course.
I think I broke something else. A video game I was streaming earlier. I don't know if it was today or if it was yesterday. I don't know what the fuck I did. I had some other issue that I did something and I had to like close out of everything. It wasn't as bad though. I saw that Meg had an issue, but she was like mashing buttons on her controller and then shut everything off. Like everything was like closed out. I'm like, I still was trying to figure that one out.
Oh yeah, that's right. NVIDIA is in big promo mode right now, and they actually did some telephone booth with GeForce Now in them. So
that's how Doctor Who plays. I'm sorry. I saw the image. That's the first thing that came to mind when I saw that. I was like, Doctor Who's playing GFN too. We got him as well.
Bit of GFN rig in there, man.
That's pretty cool, man. They got the lights.
You know what you should do? Can you open up the GFN app to show what it looks the settings stuff?
Yep.
That way, because I know not everybody obviously has access to that, but it would be kind of cool to show everybody like, hey, this is what it looks like.
Well, thank you, Vet.
So yeah,
because we know the future is now.
Normally it says either founders or priority. Like my account was founders. Over here with your username, now it says RTX 3080. So that's the most visible change there is. Mm-hmm. But now if you go into settings, normally you go balance, okay, it's good. 13 gigabyte per hour. But if you go to custom, you can actually change the bitrate over here. So
I think mine's on. I think I have mine on auto, but I don't know. I don't know if it does anything.
I maxed. Yeah, the higher your bitrate, the better the quality will be.
Nice.
So depending what your internet can stomach, if you got a fiber or a good internet, go in custom,
900.
max that out.
Fiber.
I got cable, but I got cable internet, but it's 960 down and 65 meg up.
Should be fine. So yeah, you have access to the frame rate cap. So 30, 60.
Oh, look at that 30. Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, I want that smooth 30.
But I want it in 1440p, damn
it. 4K 30.
Yeah, you can't get any better than that.
So yeah, you got the V-Sync that can be adaptive, off or on, and
the best part is the next box down, that in-game graphics settings. That I think was fantastic to finally add.
Yeah, turn on to save your change to in-game graphics settings. When turned off, NVIDIA recommend graphics settings are used. Settings will take effect the next time you launch a game. That's the thing. When you haven't touched the game, NVIDIA already kind of suggests some settings. Some of them, though, it's kind of off. Like I've seen some games that weren't too heavy, and all the graphics were set at low. Actually, Guardians of the Galaxy, it is a heavy game, but all the graphics were at low when I launched it. But put everything to ultra and was running pretty smooth.
I mean, but a lot of times I know that they have the recommended graphics settings already set up there, but usually 9 times out of 10, when you crank it up, it still runs very well. It's not that noticeable. Obviously, I think those were really the only things. I mean, the syncing your Steam account games and your Epic stuff, which really doesn't actually do anything besides dealing with Fortnite. Let's see how many games. How many does Doc have?
76.
I think I resynced mine. It said 93, but I have a problem with buying games left and right.
Did you do your Ubisoft account? Did you sync that with it?
It doesn't show those. That's the thing is, they don't. I wish they would add a Ubisoft connection, because then that way when you sync everything, the one thing that if you pay that subscription fee, all you really have to do is go up to the search bar, type Ubisoft, and it will pull up every single game that's by them. And you just, as long as it gives you a list, it shows, like, if you highlight under Riders Republic and it shows Ubisoft Connect, add it. Doesn't matter. It's automatically included then. Okay. So, I mean, yeah, they have their 100+ catalog is the entire PC catalog is available in GFN for the most part. I don't think there's one game that I have not been able to come across.
Wow. So let me get this straight. If I want to play Ghost Recon Thunder,
it's in there. It's
in there.
You can play Assassin's Creed 1 or the first Far Cry if you wanted to. I mean, yeah. Sniper 2, 3. I mean, there are so many games.
Future Soldier, Wildlands.
Oh, Ghost Recon, Future Soldier.
I haven't played that one.
They had all these.
Oh my god!
I played South Park. I live streamed South Park to do a first look of both the Fractured Butthole and the Stick of Truth. Now I'm not getting very far in the Fractured Butthole, folks. I have
a butthole.
But I will say I'm not there.
Friendly.
No, so the Stick of Truth is not. I played that whole game on console. I know I could stream that, but there are certain scenes where I will have to stop because
my wife was so mad because I got that game from my son, but I did not know they were going to go that dirty.
It's like watching. Have you watched South Park? You do know that the two guys that made South Park, the TV show, made the game. So you literally, as you start the game, you open one door to the wrong house. You see a naked lady in there, and then you go to the next house, and it's a dude on the couch. And I forgot about those, and I'm like, oh my gosh. And that popped up on the stream. I'm like, oh shit, YouTube's going to shut me down. I was like, I'm sorry, I forgot about that. Please, nobody report me.
New World. This is my game here, folks.
Paul,
Polaris, you are.
How do I know if I have a 2080? I always get something called a Tesla P100. The Tesla P100 is not really a GPU. It's the hardware they build the GPUs.
Oh, I thought that.
So they're server grade GPUs. But Maker of Chaos invited me to a game.
No, I added as a friend.
Oh, added as a friend. Okay, cool. So
yeah,
if you hit Control N, you get that.
Oh, actually, and see, look at that. You can get more details if you hit Control Alt F6. I got yelled at by numerous people in my chat on like at least 3 streams. Everyone kept yelling Control Alt F6.
Wow. I hit Control Alt F4 and it just closed out of GFN.
Dude, I gotta do a lot of grinding to catch up with Doc. I'm only I think I'm level 18. Level 18.
Now, Paul, if you're getting a Tesla P100, you don't contact NVIDIA about that. Contact Elon. I'm just gonna say that.
I'm getting over 90.
You're getting a fancy vehicle there, buddy.
The stream looks smooth.
But look how fast it loaded. And I agree. Polaris, I agree with his comment. He said GFN is totally different than even a month ago. Hands down, it is. I mean, it is. This is like a completely different platform we're on now.
I would say both GFN and xCloud have both made significant improvements on their services in the past,
I agree with
like
Khaos
6
on
months.
that. Yep.
Yeah. Luna, and I can't compare Luna to these because they're still in a beta
for a while.
But yeah, well, exactly. That's the thing, though. Like, they've just they're not lacking in anything except countries that they need to move. Well, I think games, yes, but
they need.
Yes, they do need games, but I think before they've got enough of a game catalog they need to open up to other countries. That's my biggest issue with Luna right now is they need to open it up to other countries because the biggest thing they've got going for them, like I said, is that couch mode. How cool would it be to play some of those games and you're in America and you've got friends overseas, in the UK, and now you guys can just sit there and play games together like you're sitting right next to each other on a couch back, And and we know they still got a retro channel that they're planning on really opening up. And I love retro games. That's the one that I'm most interested in because they announced they've got a retro game channel, and that was it. They never said what's going to be in there. So I'm still very interested in that one. But to me, if I'm thinking retro, open up to other countries, then add the retro channel along with that couch mode. That's going to be phenomenal because retro gaming is a huge thing still.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And you add the couch mode co-op thing, and you don't even have to have Luna when you invite friends. That's the biggest selling point of the couch mode is you have a code, you give it to your friends. They don't even have to have Luna, and they can still play with you. Like that is such a awesome feature for Luna to have.
Well, my thing is, I think Luna needs something to grab people's attention, something that's a well-known name.
I think they did, but
I don't think New
Amazon
World
said.
I think New World is great for like a PC crowd, but I think if Luna wants to attack the couch, if they want to attack, the casual gamer, I think that they should have Guardians of the Galaxy as one of their titles into the Luna Plus. That you add and then advertise it. Play Guardians of the Galaxy now through Luna on your smart TV. You have an Amazon Fire Stick. You can play it now. Play it through make it similar to how Stadia has the new phone thing. If you can play it through your phone, you just hook your phone up to your TV. Boom, you're playing right now.
Just straight out of Luna Plus and give it the trial for.
Imagine Imagine that couch mode though with like something like Riders Republic or some of these Far Cry 6 or something like that. I don't know if it's specific games that work with that mode, but I do agree that they need a specific game to make them stand out.
I just figured Guardians of the Galaxy would be a good one because it's Marvel, it's a familiar name. They had a popular movie series. People will recognize it and they'll be like, "Oh, I know what Guardians of the Galaxy is."
Yeah.
Do you think it would have the same?
$10.
Do you think it would be the same effect if they put let's say Marvel's Avengers on there?
Avengers would probably do it too, but they would have to market it and be like, "Play as your favorite superheroes right here, right now, instantly on your TV."
We made a deal with Sony. We're getting Spider-Man.
That would be big.
Oh my god! Do you know how pissed every other platform that has Avengers?
Bro, right now.
Oh, man. you get to have Spider-Man as your sidekick. Come on over to the Luna side of things. We'll let you play as Spider-Man.
Dude, if you told me New World was going to be on GeForce, I was like, really? Like no.
That was one of those that I didn't see that coming either.
Yeah, I was when I got the news, I was on my ass. Like it blew me away. I wasn't expecting it at all.
No, because I think the week before we made that big announcement, the week before we were literally talking about, with Luna and where we thought when New World makes it to the cloud that it was going to be on Luna. Like I bet you ask any content creator out there, I guarantee nobody expected it to be on. They all would have said, if you gave them the option of the 4 major platforms, every one of them would say Luna was the expected platform of choice for it because Amazon Luna, Amazon made New World. That was it was a no-brainer, and I was floored when I saw where it ended up. But it also didn't surprise. Part of me wasn't really surprised because it made perfect sense. Your platform is in beta. It's locked to the US. GFN is everywhere right now. Why would you not put a game that we know is like ridiculously popular? Give it to where as many people now anybody can play it. I mean, you own the game. You don't have to worry about your storage. You don't have to worry about these things, hardware things, or any of these other issues. And it's accessible everywhere on multiple devices.
I can't wait.
It brings the question of what's going to happen with this game.
We all know what's going to happen. It's going to be on GeForce Now.
I think it's going to be on GeForce Now and
It's going to be on GeForce Now, dude.
Probably.
It is.
But you could see it also on Luna because look when the release date is. That should be plenty of time to get Luna rolled out to more countries, hopefully, or at least get this. If it shows up on GFN, I could see it also on Luna at the same time. They gotta have. Well, yeah, but they've got to have something on their platform for their own games because if you're just making games. But if you're making games and just putting it everywhere else and not your own, then what the hell's the point of that?
Oh my!
Why do you have your own studio then making games if you're just making it for other platforms?
That's because Amazon is seeing the opportunity of making a lot of money with gaming, and doesn't want to tie one down to the other. They're seeing many opportunities.
I think right now they're ramping up their studios, so they're working on building, a library of known IPs and stuff of that nature. So I 100% eventually these titles are going to be locked down to Luna as an exclusive, because then you can just say, I can play it on you can play it on PC, you can play it on, wherever you want, but through Luna. Look at Amazon Video. Even they have exclusive shows and stuff of that nature. So Oh no, go ahead. Go finish. I was going to say I think that you're going to see that push to exclusive after they are ramped up and ready with their studios and ready to really push that content.
I'm going to add to that like whether it's New World or it's Lost Ark, these games when they come to Luna, they will probably be an exclusive features that you'll see because Luna. I can't imagine that the best thing that they could do is you play this on Luna. You're gonna have and streaming it on Twitch. We're gonna give you some exclusive features that you can only see happen if you do that. You just play it on PC. You're not gonna do that. But if you tie everything together, it would make perfect sense. You're gonna be Amazon would be a brilliant move on Amazon's part to have a game that they developed, created, or whatever, on their streaming platform and to utilize certain features that you would only be able to get on via Twitch, because then you're tying all of the their entire ecosystem in one.
Yeah, I definitely see Luna bringing exclusive like aesthetics and a bunch of stuff like that just for the Luna users. I'm actually firing back up New World because there is an in-game store for the cosmetics that I just want to put on the stream there. Once it'll be up.
You just want to show off that 3080. That's all it is. I know. God almighty.
Amazon are still in a power position. They're preparing themselves, but that's part of the thing. Like Paul said, there was 12 million. There's a 12 million player base that's on GFN. That's a lot of people you can get into your game. Before you tie your studio down to your platform, it's not a bad idea to have your studio succeed if your platform isn't there yet. So they want to get as much players in playing their games. They want that to be a success. And by making these a success, if the studio is successful, then eventually they can use it to bring up the platform.
Nice.
So
I mean, it makes sense to do it to go that route. That's for sure.
Yeah, back into the game.
Ooh, I love this game. You don't want to hurry up, man. I want to play.
I did want to. Do we want to mention Microsoft and Sony's financials that they announced? Or not?
I don't know. I was going to use my soundboard, but I thought better of it this time. We don't need a repeat.
Yeah.
Did you all see the other game that was released that showcased on GeForce Now today?
Oh, Alan Wake. Yep.
Yeah.
The remastered edition.
Yeah.
There's that.
I figured I'd figured I'd.
You gotta be streaming. Who's streaming that? Are you streaming that?
I streamed the original and I jumped.
I know.
That shit scared me with that one too. This is just updated graphics on a 3080. I don't know if I want to do that. I'm gonna have nightmares.
So, Maker, do you have a link for the financial information, or
trying to find?
He probably can. It's in my bank account. I don't give access to that, folks. I wish I had that kind of
GameIndustry.biz.
That's bank.
I know one of them had the full report here. Oh, okay, I've got a Eurogamer link if you want that. I'll post it in the private chat. Where's the private? Oh, there it is.
There it is.
That's Sony's. I know we heard about Xboxes earlier, right? About the Game Pass not hitting the marks.
They were doing records, but not as much as they wanted to.
Yeah.
Come on, people.
Sony is now 13.4 million PlayStation 5 consoles worldwide.
Yep.
So the gaming division is its most profitable. So yeah, PlayStation is pulling Sony big time.
What's actually really interesting about the numbers, because I've seen some posts about it. The first party sales are actually down for first party software sales are down for PlayStation. And the monthly active users are down as well for PlayStation right now, which I found interesting. I'm wondering if it might be due to Microsoft's new push, or could it be with the Switch doing really well as well?
But they've been also releasing a lot of remasters. And
I know
there's been a
Death Stranding does not count as first-party studios, so they didn't put that in the sales as well. So that might be a factor.
But it's like Ghost of Tsushima and Ratchet and Clank, the original one remaster was free. Wasn't a remaster. They kind of upgraded the frame per second and a bunch of stuff. Oh, by the way, yeah, we started GeForce Now community on Facebook.
Sorry, got to do some advertising.
So I'm looking at the numbers now. Q1 of 2020, they had 114 million monthly active users. Q2 was 108. Q3 114. Q4 109. Q1 105, and then down to the lowest that it's been Q2 this year.
I just joined that.
All right, I got sidetracked. That fantasy football thing alerted me to tell me that the fucking Packers are winning. God damn, I hate Aaron Rodgers.
What is it, Ray?
I said I just signed to the GeForce Now community. Just joined.
Saints Row 4 on Steam for.
It's actually a community page Vet and I have started. It's mostly Vet that's been putting time into it.
Oh, you got a picture of Meg. I love that picture.
You stalking? Yeah. Jesus. I was like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, we're still just 25 members yet, but
but you know what? We only started this. We started this a week ago, folks.
Not even.
I don't think it was less than a week ago we started this, and it's basically. I've been sharing all kinds of stuff. We've been posting things here and there. Well, you don't share anything.
Just looking for the stream.
I
accidentally posted a stream there yesterday.
What is that? 101 comments? I know it did, but we also did make the announcement actually during that stream. I think it was in the chat, but we are going to do a community play on that probably once a month, like towards the end of the month. I think at some point we're going to work out details on it, but we're going to pick a game that everybody in the community can join up with us and play, and we'll live stream it on that page, and play some GFN games with everybody to kind of support the community, and invite anybody that has GFN to play.
So yeah, if you're interested, join that GeForce Now community page on Meta.
Is it really that?
It's not Meta yet. Eventually,
I was looking at Derek said something on Steam on the Steam store.
It's going to actually be MetaBook instead of Facebook.
Yeah, I think I already own that game though. Oh no, you are correct. At $3.74 for Saints Row 4 right now on Steam. Damn.
I just posted something on the GeForce Meta.
It's on sale. So Saints Row 4, because I saw that Derek had said something about it, picked it up for like $4. Saints Row 4 is on sale for until November 1st. 75% off. How much is it for you?
$4.24.
I mean, that's still pretty good. I mean, that's 75% off. But you may as well get. I mean, for that price, you'd be better off getting the Game of the Century edition. Oh my god, the Ultimate Franchise Pack is 72% off. $48 and you get everything. Well, I mean, How much was yours for the Ultimate one? The Canadian price? My old the Ultimate Franchise Pack. What's your price?
$48.93.
Oh, that's not that bad. Ours is $48.08. So
it's actually a deal for us. If you convert the
yeah. Good shout out, Derek. You did something right. That wasn't some weirdly inappropriate comment from you.
Awesome. So it's really that meta. I don't know how long it will be before they change it, but I can already see the backlash of people.
The memes are coming, folks.
They've already started, but they've obviously already had this in the works, because the stocks they're no longer listed as Facebook on the stock market. They actually changed it effective, and it goes into effect December 2nd. So I did read that as well. That was already planned. What is that? A cyborg on the screen there?
GeForce Now.
I can't see it. It's too pixelated. Cyborg. It looks like a Stadia game.
Oh.
Must be that. Is that 30 FPS 8-bit character?
Yes.
Shut up, you Stadia haters.
It reminded it does remind me of like Duke Nukem or from Wolfenstein from the good old DOS days.
Trending in California is MySpace. And it's a bunch of people doing all kinds of memes and making fun of.
Is MySpace coming back?
Oh my god, they're making so much fun of the Facebook. This is crazy.
But I mean,
the name is not. It's not the name. Isn't that bad? I get what they're trying to do, and it's trying to create their own little universe. I don't know where the fuck they came up with Meta from, or whatever the hell, however it's pronounced. Meta. But I do understand the concept. I understand the concept. It does, if you think about it from, what they're looking at, it does make sense. It's just that they're trying to rip off the Marvel universe or DC universe or every other universe.
Whatever artist, I want to do something that would last long. Okay.
No, he needed something that
Infinity.
No, he needed something that wasn't going to get him sued by Marvel and Disney. That's what it was. What's Disney got with Marvel? What do they got with the Ant-Man? Where was he hidden away at? Was it the metaverse? No, it wasn't the metaverse.
Oh my God! Somebody says we have it on good authority that smoked meat tastes better in the metaverse. Oh, damn.
Ray needs to do a Cyborg cosplay and make it his logo. He's already got a fine logo.
Derek, you thinking of me dressing up in cosplay is disturbing.
Like, I thought it was a nice comment at first until you had to turn it down. When you say it out loud like that, I'm like, oh, yeah, that's about as, you know, at least we don't have G Million in here. Between those two, we would have our channel, we'd have to disable comments.
Tassels on the nipples and G strings. Yeah. They should do a co-stream on the metaverse.
That might break the metaverse. Oh shit.
So we did cover a bunch of things. Were there anything else we wanted to cover on this?
I think we got everything. Damn, we got done early tonight.
Yeah, we did. I want to go eat, and I got to play some New World. I can't do 3 hours.
Oh yeah, I'm
and Maker Khaos got a girlfriend to get to, guys. Come on now.
Actually no. Well, right now she's celebrating because she passed her.
Oh no, never mind. We got more to talk about. He says. Doc's like, we ain't going nowhere.
I know, man. Doc's evil.
I kind of figured that was going to be the case because I think Santa Monica needs to focus on God of War 2 right now.
Yeah, but isn't that Nix's studio that's working on that, or outsourced to Canadian team Jetpack? Jetpack
Interesting.
Interactive. Yeah.
Really?
They're probably going to get acquired soon if the port works.
I think PlayStation is just testing stuff out and figure out what works.
Well, look at the Did you read that last? Did you read that last paragraph though? Out of that, it was basically discussing what we were already talking about with Jim Ryan about gaining game. You know, with the whole where the numbers get locked at, which is why it makes sense. This is, I mean, how do you if you can't get past a certain number on your consoles? We know that PC gaming is the biggest market for gamers as a whole. That's the biggest industry. That's a brilliant move on their part. I mean, if you can't get past, if you're stuck at 40 million on console, start bringing them over to PC because you know people are going to buy them.
And this is a drastic change in terms of a PlayStation mindset because Sean Layden, the predecessor to Jim Ryan, would never have done that. I just watched a podcast he was a guest at, and his vocabulary, what it was saying, it's really not headed that way. PlayStation for the longest time under him and his predecessors were you need the bucks if you want to play our games. Because that's how PlayStation worked. You lock people down to $1. If you want to play the games, that's a bucks you need to own.
It was the same. Right, Microsoft was the same way,
but it's changing right now because cloud gaming is making everything more affordable, more accessible. So they have to increase the amount of possibilities.
God damn it, Derek! What the hell?
Wow.
Master Sergeant from Halo.
Wow.
See what you made Maker do now. He blushed so much.
You know, all I think is he's just doing some Jedi mind tricks with that shit. It's just he's just throws the hand up, curves his hand real slow, and then bam!
Slap Derek beside his head.
Or that too. It might have been
PlayStation podcast for that interview. Yep.
All right, Derek. I'm sorry about your erectile dysfunction now. So yeah.
Oh damn! Or maybe he was just trying to give him a high five, you know. Except we just went to a completely different topic there. I could use I would use my sound effects, but I'm not fucking with shit right.
Oh my!
Oh fuck it! If we're almost done, hold on. Let's see.
No, we don't want it. Crickets.
Oh, and there's one last.
We don't need photos, Derek.
No.
We don't need.
Samsung to offer its own cloud gaming
service
for Titan's TVs.
Yeah.
That is one big news we skipped.
We forgot. Totally forgot about that.
All my TVs are Samsungs.
So much big news.
Hell, my phone is a Samsung.
But you know what? There were a lot of people saying, "Oh, well, you know, it'll probably be Stadia."
Oh.
And I was like, no.
We didn't cover the AT&T Stadia thing.
But this is not going to be a Stadia thing because if you read this article, they talk about bringing games that gamers actually want.
Yeah.
So that right there cancels out Stadia.
Why you hating like that, Vet? You act like GFN gets a whole bunch of there's games.
But you're right, they don't. You're right, they don't though. But I'm stating a fact. They are going after probably Call of Duty and games like that. They specifically said that. I'm basing it off of the article. Stadia's not. And we all know Stadia does not. Gamers voice their opinion, and they don't get the games they want.
There's people saying the same thing about GFN,
I agree with them. I agree with them. What I love to see, I personally could give two shits if Call of Duty shows up on GFN, but I know that would be a huge deal. Would Minecraft be a big deal if it showed up on GFN? Of course it would. Do I care? I personally don't, because I can't stand either. I don't understand Minecraft. That makes my brain hurt. And Call of Duty I fucking hate, because that's just nothing but watching me die over and over to the point where rage takes over and controllers go flying. But yes, would I love to see those? Would I love to see Battlefield 2042 show up? I think it needs to. I think they need the NBA 2K series. But I'm not going to say that's not. Samsung obviously has been watching. The fact that they're working on something behind the scenes means that they've been watching all of the cloud players. So they're going to look at it. And based on that article, they're like, all right, we know what everybody else is doing wrong. Let's try to counter it and do something different.
Who's more likely to partner with Samsung on this? Xbox. My guess is Tencent.
No, but Ray's got a point, though. Because I'm not talking Xbox, but Microsoft and Samsung are really good, are good. They have a great partnership. Microsoft sells their phones on their store. They were the first and only phone initially beside that had direct integration with the Your Phone feature, where you could use your Windows 10 to have all of your stuff, your Android apps, your pictures, make phone calls. They were the only phone, so I could I could see Samsung working with Microsoft on that as well. But Tencent's another one. So it's going to be interesting to see how this works, because obviously they're sticking with their operating that Tizen, or however it's pronounced. So I don't know. But I could see Tencent, and I could also see Microsoft, because of the partnership that Microsoft already has with Samsung. I don't see it being Google.
I agree.
And the only reason I say that with Google is because that's competition. If you look at it as a whole, Google is they sell Pixels. Samsung obviously has the best phone, Android phone on the market. So why in the hell would they partner with Google on something?
Samsung
so I don't.
Google aren't that much in good terms these days. Yeah.
Well, yeah, exactly. That's what I'm getting at. I don't see that. I think you're right. It's going to be either Tencent's going to do something, and we know they've been working on things behind the scenes. We've read, there's been articles galore that we've discussed about Tencent with what they've been doing in the background. But I wouldn't count Microsoft out of this either.
But the reason I go with Tencent is, what do we know about Tencent? They're big, and a lot of people hate them. You talk about Tencent, you name drop Tencent anywhere, and you'll get a bunch of people going in complaining about that company, saying,
it's about it.
Cancer for gaming. That's like company.
They're hated about as much as if you say Nintendo needs to drop the Switch, just go full in on cloud gaming on the Switch. You'll start having every gamer, Nintendo fan, with getting pitchforks and torches to go after you. It's the same concept, but I could also see Samsung going in on with Tencent and Microsoft. I
could be, but
because if you're talking games, bringing new games, what better way to partner up and Game Pass right off the? There you go.
But you put everything Tencent has behind the name Samsung. Everyone loves Samsung. They're making great products. They're some of the best phones. Like, they're the number one rival to the iPhone is Samsung. A lot of people have Samsung TVs, Samsung cell phones. Right now, my camera is my Samsung cell phone. Very good cell phone that I really like.
Laptops.
Samsung.
Chromebooks. Their Windows laptops, their Chromebooks are some of the best on the market. And the only ones that rivaled them for the longest time were the Pixelbook. And Google gave up, closed that side down. So
Samsung is a staple name in the world of home electronics, and for them, if they partner with Tencent, then it would push that content out there, and people would trust it way more than a Chinese company that a lot of people who know them don't have a good reputation with, and a lot of people know nothing about Tencent.
What about Sony partnering up with Sony? I don't know if that would happen,
Possible,
but it would be.
But I don't.
It would be. It would be interesting.
It's possible, but I don't see it.
I more so see Samsung partnering up with an Asian company when dealing with the cloud computing, but we'll see. That's why I threw Microsoft out there more for the games than the computing stuff. Obviously, Tencent has a pretty good foothold when it comes to cloud computing out there, but I could see them working something out, some kind of deal with Microsoft to get Xbox games on their platform. I do know that they do want to hit the Asian market, so I don't know if they'll want to do a deal where the xCloud is integrated into Samsung devices or something of that nature. I could see something like that. The Game Pass app automatically being on their devices, like something of that nature could be a possibility. But it's just all crazy right now. There's a lot of different possibilities, a lot of things moving in the gaming space. So
and they didn't really announce, and they made an announcement that they're getting into it, but didn't say anything else. They stayed tight-lipped on it, about as good as Nintendo is. So we can speculate on this all we want and guess, but until they start releasing some more information on what their plans are, we really don't know. I think when the next time they make some more announcements, then we can maybe start putting the puzzle together and connecting the dots, or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, so I think that covers it. We're gonna let Ray go eat something.
He's got some chicken. He's got some chicken wings waiting for him.
No, I think it's burritos. You
sure you ain't got? You got your KFC bucket?
Dude, bucket's sitting over there. My son. So yeah, I said, honey, you sure you want Evan to dress up as Colonel Sanders? Really? But that's what he wants to be. He wants to be Colonel Sanders. And yes, I went to the drive-thru and I asked for a empty bucket. It's for my son's costume, and they were very nice. They gave me a large bucket.
Nice.
It was empty.
It was any weird looks.
No,
but what he didn't tell everyone though was the bucket was full when he got it. It was empty when he got home.
Now, I'm more of Popeyes.
Hey, Eddie.
Like, what's up, Eddie? I'm more of a Popeyes chicken.
Yeah, I like Popeyes, but I was always Bojangles.
Ooh, man, dude. When I go, East Coast, my mom takes me to Bojangles. We don't have a we got.
Sorry, I read Eddie's comment.
That's Vet scared him off, dude.
Well, Eddie. Not only has JD become white, but he gave up on PlayStation and jumped on the Xbox bandwagon. He said, "Forget the Sony ponies. I'm going Xbox now."
Dude,
Sony's a little white right now.
He's got the ponies looking for him, man. He don't want to come up on the show. Not when I'm on my PS5. He's always like, "Hey, man, there's been a couple of times he reached out."
He showed up in Doc's stream though.
Yeah.
Yeah. He even joined our group. We had a good turnout with that.
Yeah, it was fun.
What the hell game he wanted? I think he wanted to play the beta. He wanted to play the beta. I was like, dude, I got a show I'm hopping on. So, but yeah.
Master Chief, baby.
I can't wait. I can't wait to play Halo. I can't wait.
Oh, it looks good.
I can't wait.
Which one are you more excited for? Halo Infinite or Battlefield? I figured I'd go with the two top ones that are coming up.
Halo, I'm definitely 100% after playing that damn beta, Halo Infinite.
Yeah, I will say the beta for Halo was really clean. I enjoyed the multiplayer a ton. I just worry a little bit about the core of Infinite, since I understand now what we're going to be doing, going to these like bases and completing these missions for Infinite. But like, I want to know what the story's going to be like. Like, is it going to be a solid enough story to keep me compelled to keep doing this stuff? And that's going to be the key thing for me to when I play it. You know,
feels like they're doing a Destiny out of it. That you got all those side objectives and a main quest.
It looks like it'd be fun with co-op, but I
just
no
like my open world games.
There's not going to be a co-op for 3 months, so
we'll see shortly.
Yes.
So
maybe they'll surprise us.
Vet, where can we find you?
YouTube gaming, Facebook gaming. I'm gonna be on Facebook gaming tomorrow for like 4 hours playing Guardians of the Galaxy. So just look to the stars and you'll find me up there. Anyone play Enlisted?
I played Enlisted. It's better than that other Army game. Better than that.
Play Verdun. Play Verdun. Play Verdun. That one is very good. I mean, I was fucking. I had people typing in the chat yelling at me. Verdun, yeah, but I had.
That's on GeForce. That's on GeForce, right?
It's Verdun.
Yes, it's on. Yeah, Verdun is terrible. I got shot so many times, and I got to a point where I was just like, you know what, fuck it. I'm just gonna start shooting. I couldn't figure out who I was on, what side I was on. So I'm just shooting anybody. It was. Somebody was like, "Go to the left." I'm like, I was already at the left, and I just started opening fire, and then I'd get stuck in barbed wire, and then I'd get shot and killed.
Yeah,
that sounds like your favorite game.
Verdun is a neighborhood very close to me. We pronounce it Verdun over there.
But it was a fun. I mean, it's another one of those war games that's multiplayer. And I actually had somebody who was like, "Does it have controller support?" I'm like, "Yes, that's what I play with." Every game I play uses controller, including New World, even though that irritates Link. And I usually will play with the controller or New World just to irritate him because it's fun to watch. I know he's squirming.
Can we say that New World is the MMO of the year? Can we say that?
Can we say New World is the MMO of the year.
I don't think there's anything out there right as of now yet. Hands down, there's nothing else that can compete with it.
There is
actually Final Fantasy 14 is
I forgot that's available on GFN now.
Yeah, that just came out today on
Can
GFN.
I tell you something? Holy crap. I was looking at this game and damn it, I might play that tonight.
I want to give it a try.
Ray's like about it. Ray is like, can you stop showing games? Because I had what I was going to play, and now I've already changed it twice.
That game is awesome. I saw the trailer and I saw some gameplay, and I was like, yeah, that game's cool.
For some reason, I just want to say, for some reason, the name reminds me of Aeon, which used to be MMO as well, and that one died a horrible death.
Well, not only those, but I know Hide and Shriek and Paradise Killer are also now available on GeForce. Now, I don't know anything about either of those, but just by the names, I'm assuming I won't play them.
I've been playing Scum. Hey guys, there's a game called Scum.
Man.
I've been playing that. I've been playing that on GeForce now, and that is a game that is right up your alley.
Oh yeah,
just
criminal running.
But,
oh my god,
it's fantastic. Like. That's the coolest. One of the things I love about, and I know I'm hyping up with GFN, but one of the coolest things about it is go to the search. If you have GeForce Now, just go to the search bar, just push one letter, close your eyes, pick a letter, and you are going to see tons of games based on whatever, F or, I mean, God, there's games I've never heard of half of them, but there are a lot of games.
I played Fear of the Wolves.
But my thing is, like, you could sift through this list. There are games that will really surprise you with how fun. Somebody went out and was like, when I did that Raving Rabbids, somebody was in my chat watching me play that and was like, you know what? I saw the game. This game's been sitting there. I just moved on because it didn't seem like I was going to enjoy it. And after watching your stream, my kids will probably steal my controller, but I'm going to go play it as soon as you're done with the show. Like, that's the thing is, like, there are so many games that are...
Dead City. Can you type Dead City?
Dead City?
Was it Dead City? No,
Dead Side.
Dead Side. They got Dead Side. Ooh, okay. Nah, that's a good
no clue what that is.
What? Come on, dude.
Never heard of it.
Zombies.
Hey, but you see, they also have Dead by Daylight on there. The Dead Island games are fantastic. Yeah. Left 4 Dead 2 is still... That is one of that. If you open up Left 4 Dead 2 on GFN, there are tons and tons of people that play that on a daily basis.
I got.
If you like racing games, Wreckfest is available on there. They've got Wreckfest is on GFN.
What? I didn't know Wreckfest was on there.
Yeah.
I haven't streamed it yet on there. I have not done a stream. I did a first look, but it was on PlayStation Now. I have not tried it on GFN. I still want to because I'm just like, I want to see if people act the tractor racing. That's the best.
That's actually fun, man. When these guys are flying out in the air,
it's a fun game. But I mean, that's my thing is like the amount we always look at like, well, do they have this and that? Does it really matter if you're a gamer? Like, you don't realize that there are so many. When they say they have over 1,000 games on there playable, they mean it because you could, like I said, we showed you hit F or certain letters. You don't see all of these games, but there are a lot of fun games on there.
Wreckfest is only $30.
You should get it, and then we'll do a co-stream.
Well, guys, if you go to those like code.
Your CD key is a good one to get stuff.
Yeah. And get your Steam keys.
Paul said Left 4 Dead 1 and 2 is whatever the 214 in the UK
pounds.
Yeah, we'll
sterling pounds.
I don't know what Doc's can go look and see how much it is. But I don't know how many people play Left 4 Dead 1, but I know Left 4 Dead 2 is still a very, very popular game. There are, if you play it on
1 and 2, I still play 1 and 2.
But what I'm saying is, if you get Left 4 Dead 2 loaded up on GFN, if you just go to the multiplayer, you will never be sitting there waiting to find people to play with. There are always people available.
$16 Canadian.
There you go.
Yeah, there you go. See, you get that game, and then we'll do a co-stream. Then we'll just gotta get ready to join in.
Yeah, I already have the games, and you talking about Wreckfest or you playing Left 4 Dead?
Yeah,
Wreckfest. Talking about Wreckfest.
I'd do a co-stream with you on Left 4 Dead on Facebook. We could do a co-op.
Okay, that'll work.
Or use the co-stream feature.
Yeah.
Oh God, we got a wild Unitrix in the building. Wait, it's not Unitrix, is it? What do you call him, Ray?
You know what?
Troll. He's always trolling me.
Of course he is.
I don't know, but if y'all got missed out on if you haven't gone on Tuesday nights to Spectre's channel on the SBCN for his clickbait show, go rewatch last Tuesdays and make sure to read the chat as well because it was I don't know what. I don't know who usually Stadia Pro Gaming is the nicest person, but I don't know what happened because his comments were what I normally see out of Ben in my chat.
Yeah, he was funny. Vet, it is 17-7 Packers. Arizona is going to lose they're gonna get their first loss, man.
Yep.
Holy cow.
I don't care about that. I just don't like Aaron Rodgers. Like that's great, the Packers, yay, but I hate Rodgers. I cannot stand that little prick. Such a whiny little spoiled brat that can't get over the fact that
he's got a hot girlfriend now.
Nobody cares. He's still a whiny little shit that just can't get over the fact that the 49ers didn't want his sorry ass. They took Alex Smith, and unfortunately Washington destroyed him.
Yeah, they did. They also did. Washington destroyed RG3 as well.
RG3, the memory of Sean Taylor, the entire Washington fan base, RFK. I mean, the list goes on. They implemented the Washington curse, which has doomed every Washington team except for the Nationals and the Capitals. But the Capitals are good because they've got Ovechkin. So,
well, Doc,
where can we find you?
All right, let's talk about some other stuff.
Maker, where can we find you? Go ahead, Maker.
Go on, Maker.
Yeah, you can find me at Cloudy with Games, and I stream stuff there. I have a few reviews and stuff of that nature on the website, so definitely check that out.
I do want to say one other. But go first.
I just want to say check Cloudy's Twitter. I may stream a little bit of Alien Isolation tonight before Ray's stream because I can't miss this stream.
Oh, I'm not streaming tonight, so I'm going to watch you and troll you.
Oh no!
Yeah,
no, terrible.
He said, "Oh, my channel's not working. My internet went down, guys. My internet's down." No, I want to say one quick thing though. I want to say one quick thing. I want to give a shout out to Sonny because I saw that he made a post earlier on Twitter that he's got a test coming up for with his cancer test. So I do want to give a shout out to Sonny because he is such a nice guy, and I've been following. I've been a supporter of him and on his channel long before he was a 5,000 subscriber channel. So I've watched his channel grow to wherever, I don't know, the 20-some thousand on the one channel, and he's got two others plus a job, and I don't understand how he even does it, how he has a life outside of that. Three YouTube channels and a job, and you still manage to do all of this stuff and do all these things in the community and stuff. And I give him so much props for all of that. And I consider him a brother. And so I just wanted to throw that out there.
Sure. Yep. Sonny's a good
Sonny. Yep. Awesome. So, Maker, did you have anything else you wanted to add?
That was basically it.
Right. Where can we find you other than eating some, what is it you said? Wrap or...
Jesus.
Anyway, let's see. I'm not streaming tonight, but I am streaming Far Cry Friday, 10 p.m. Pacific time. I'll be trying to finish Far Cry 6. And then I got double weekend of Red Dead Redemption, the Bounty Boys, the Blue Beanie Posse. We're going to be streaming on Twitch on Saturday and then YouTube on Sunday. And then doing Retro Rewind Sunday with Ryzak and oh my God, Stadia Pro Gaming, Jeff, Control, and myself. And then, guys, once again, coming up winter, I'm going to be streaming on Wednesdays, GeForce Now with the Gaming Cyborg Wednesdays. There you go.
Awesome.
Are we going to see you do any Riders Republic?
Yeah, hell yeah, on GeForce, yeah, yeah.
I was just saying in general.
yeah. Oh yeah. You got wait a minute, but you gonna come in and join? I will try. I'm
That's
not good at it.
Like we could do it in community play.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm not good at it. I mean,
practice.
I only know one. Yeah, that's like when Tony Hawk was a thing. Everyone's, just practice. You'll learn all the moves. No, I only know one move. I can only do one spinning move, and that was it. And everyone's like, I used to stream that when I did retro stuff, and people would get pissed at me because I would only do one move. They're like, pull the joystick up and, and all this. I'm like, you already lost me. I can only do one move, and that's it. If I can't hit that level, if I can't get that amount of points that I need to move to the next level, I guess we're just staying here.
Awesome. As for myself, every Sunday I stream. I'm pulling more towards meta gaming streaming, so Facebook gaming. So be sure to look up my channel there, and I'm still streaming a bit on doing some dual stream, but I'm trying to lean more towards Facebook gaming. Other than Sunday, I'll be streaming at odd times here and there, so be sure to look up for my notifications, mostly on Twitter. and also on the Facebook GeForce Now community group. So that's pretty much it. So unless there's anything else, say goodbye.
Thank you, chat.
And
See you
thank you
guys.
very much, everyone, for showing up tonight. It's really
Thank
nice
you.
having all of
Thank
you
you.
in the chat. Awesome people in there.
Awesome, guys.
So have a good night, everyone.
All right.
Bye.